Friends, welcome back to second part of this week, 11th week from 9th March to 15th March. Question and answer session, part 2. Let us look at the first question. Recently, Indian Navy decommissioned coastal mine sweeper after serving 35 years. What is the difference between commissioning and decommissioning? Commissioning is putting it into service. Decommissioning is taking it off from service. Commissioning is putting it into service, decommissioning is taking it off from service, and recently Indian Navy decommissioned coastal mine sweeper. What is mine sweeper? You are looking into the picture, INS Alleppey. This is the mine sweeper. It detects and destroys underground mines near the harbour. If somebody wants to do some mischief, then it detects. Near harbour areas, it detects and destroys underground mines below water. The main purpose of minesweeper is this. This minesweeper INS Alleppey was commissioned in the year 1980. It was manufactured in Russia, Leningrad in Russia, and after 35 years, after its satisfactory completion of its life, now it is decommissioned. Answer here is INS Alleppey. It is the minesweeper which is decommissioned recently by Indian Navy. Please look into the next question. RBI planning to ease the authentication process for buying products up to rupees dash using contactless cards based on NFC technology. What is NFC? NFC is nothing but near field communication. NFC is near field communication. By using that technology, you need not swipe the card. You need not swipe the card. You have to just touch and go. By using near field communication technology, you have to just touch and tap and go. So, RBI is thinking of eliminating the two-stage authentication for small value purchases, because normally, if you tap the card, then it will ask for your PIN number or for your one-time password. But now RBI wants to liberalize this process for small value purchases up to rupees 2000 to have only single stage authentication of just tap and go, touch and go. That is made possible with near field communication. So now RBI is thinking of implementing up to rupees 2000 small value transactions with just touch and go without any second stage authentication. Right? Look into the next question. Name the journalist turned author who penned the book Implosion-India Tryst with Reality. The book was recently released. The author of the book is John Eliot, British journalist based in India for the past 20 years. British journalist based in India for the past 20 years. John Eliot wrote this book, Implosion-India Tryst with Reality. In recent interview, he stated the basic problem faced by India is because of two attitudes of the people. One is chalta hai attitude. Second one is jugad, tendency of jugad. The first one is chalta hai attitude. Right? Please look into the next one. Delhi High Court recently rapped the central government for preventing Priya Pillai from visiting United Kingdom. We have already learnt in previous lectures, Priya Pillai, Greenpeace activist, was not allowed to go to London to address British parliamentarians, and she addressed those parliamentarians through Skype. And recently Delhi High Court faulted the central government for not allowing her to go to United Kingdom to attend the conference to address the parliamentarians. Priya Pillai represents non-governmental organization Greenpeace, which looks into environmental issues. This Greenpeace is non-governmental organization. Right? Please look into the next one. As per the budget speech, quoting permanent account number has been made mandatory for sale or purchase exceeding, please remember, rupees 1 lakh. If you are purchasing or selling any property worth rupees 1 lakh, quoting the permanent account number is a must. Permanent account number is given by Income Tax Department to each and every individual. So, quoting PAN is going to become mandatory as per the budget speech for all transactions of sale and purchase above rupees 1 lakh. I would like to reiterate one more thing. In the budget speech, the Finance Minister also stated in real estate transactions, all the transactions above rupees 20,000 should be made through check only. These are basically to curb black money, which became almost a parallel economy in the country. Government is planning to take necessary measures to curb the black money menace. Right? Look into the next one. Name the state where an issue arose with regard to the holiday on Gandhi Jayanti. Unfortunately, in the holidays list circulated by Goa, Gandhi Jayanti date was omitted. Later on, government clarified that it is a mistake. Government stated that it is a typographical mistake and the issue is settled. The state government in question is Goa. Please look into the next one. As per the NSSO study, in 2013, there are dash informal enterprises in India that are unincorporated. I would like to explain a little about this. What is NSSO? NSSO is National Sample Survey Office under the Ministry of Statistics and Program Implementation. National Sample Survey Office under the Ministry of Statistics and Program Implementation, and this NSSO undertakes household survey and survey of enterprises or companies. This NSSO undertakes household survey as well as survey of enterprises, and it releases its reports quite frequently. And during the survey it has done in the year 2013, in India there are 5.67 crore informal enterprises. These are also known as informal enterprises, unincorporated enterprises. Sometimes we say unorganized sector. As per the NSSO survey, there are 5.67 crore informal enterprises in the country. Informal enterprises means unorganized enterprises, and the enterprise which has got no legal identity, those enterprises are called unincorporated enterprises, and 5.67 crore unincorporated enterprises are there in the country, and at the same time around 10.78 crore are working in these unincorporated enterprises. 10.78 crore people are working in these unincorporated enterprises. Mostly these are known as unorganized sector enterprises. Getting loan or having access to credit for these organizations is very difficult. That's why in the recent budget, government announced Mudra Bank to assist these type of enterprises. In the budget, government announced Mudra Bank so as to assist these type of organizations. So, answer for this question is, in India, there are 5.67 crore unorganized sector enterprises or unincorporated enterprises. Please look into the next one. Name the cyclone which caused extensive damage to South Pacific island of Vanuatu. Vanuatu is a small country near Australia and New Zealand in the Pacific Ocean. Recently, it was devastated badly due to the cyclone. The name of the cyclone is Palm. Right? Please look into the next one. Name the city in Pakistan where bombs outside 2 churches killed at least 15 people and wounded nearly 80 during the Sunday prayers. This unfortunate incident occurred in Lahore city and 15 people killed and more than 80 injured. And this incident occurred in Lahore in Pakistan. Let us move on to the next one. Name the bank which successfully completed the e-auction of around 1200 crores worth of stressed assets across several cities of the country. The answer here is the State Bank of India. What is stressed assets? Somebody has taken the loan but not repaying back to bank. There may be some collateral security, maybe some residential building, maybe some commercial building. Against that residential or commercial building, they have taken the loan but they are not paying back. Recently, such commercial properties and residential properties SBI auctioned through e-auction in several cities across the country at the same time. This is the first time any bank has undertaken this type of exercise in the country. So, SBI undertook this exercise to e-auction 1200 crores of stressed assets across the country, right? Please look into the next one. Name the country where a state of emergency was imposed and ordered the evacuation of 16,000 people as a raging forest fire threatened the historic port city of Valparaiso. This is the port city in the country Chile. Chile is the country with Andes mountains on one side, Pacific on the other side. And here, because of the fire in the forest, 16,000 people were evacuated to safer places, and this city, this port city, Valparaiso is situated in Chile. Chile is the South American nation, one side Andes mountains, the other side Pacific Ocean. Friends, look at the next question. Which of the following acquired the shopping search engine, the Find.com? Nowadays, e-commerce became the buzzword, and Facebook, maybe with the intention of entering e-commerce, purchased the Find.com. Recently, Facebook purchased the Find.com. Nowadays, search engines and e-commerce portals are the buzzwords, and Facebook purchased the Find.com, right? Please look into the next one. Name the state at least 19 persons lost their vision after the cataract operation. These type of incidents, unfortunately, are recurring one after the other. Few days back, we heard about Gurdaspur district in Punjab. That incident, around 60 people lost their eyesight. Here, around 19 persons lost their sight after cataract operation, and this occurred in Panipat in Haryana. Panipat in Haryana. Please look into the next one. A month-long What is Auroville festival is being held, and Auroville is associated with, Auroville is the place in Tamil Nadu near Pondicherry. Auroville is the place in Tamil Nadu near Pondicherry. Sri Aurobindo Ghosh, famous nationalist, and subsequently he became spiritual leader. He established Aurobindo Ashram in Pondicherry, and near Pondicherry, this Auroville was established in the year 1968. The basic aim of this city is peaceful coexistence of various religions, various cultures at one place. This Auroville is the place near Pondicherry, and this place is associated with Aurobindo Ghosh. right? Please look into the next one. The export of cattle meat is known as Pink Revolution. The export of cattle meat, India is earning lot of foreign exchange revenue by exporting this cattle meat. Now of course some states started banning the slaughter of buffaloes, slaughter of cows. Answer here is the export of cattle meat is known as Pink Revolution. Export of cattle meat is Pink Revolution. Other terms I think you are all familiar with. Green Revolution of course agriculture, White Revolution of course milk, and Blue Revolution fish. Green Revolution agriculture, White Revolution milk, and Blue Revolution is fish. Pink Revolution is export of cattle meat. Look into the next one. Name of the city-state which has 1.4 million vehicles for 2.4 million residents. The population of this city-state is 2.4 million or roughly 24 lakhs, and the total cars existing in that city-state are 14 lakhs. 14 lakh cars for 24 lakh population. That means around 540 cars for every 1000 people. This is none other than Dubai. It came into the news recently because it overtook the average cars of London and New York. It overtook the average cars per 1000 people in London and New York. Now Dubai has 540 cars for 1000 population. Look into the next one. For a 40 billion mega merger between Holcim and Lafarge will create the world's largest cement group. Recently, there was a merger of Holcim and Lafarge, and various regulators are clearing this merger because merger of multinational company is required to be cleared by various regulators, and this Holcim belongs to Switzerland and Lafarge belongs to France cement companies, and with the merger of these two cement companies, the group will become world's largest cement group. Please don't forget, Holcim belongs to Switzerland and Lafarge belongs to France. Friends, look at the next question. Headquarters of the proposed China-led Asian Infrastructure Investment Bank will be. Headquarters of the proposed China-led Asian Infrastructure Investment Bank will be in Beijing, tipped to be rival for World Bank, Asian Infrastructure Investment Bank. Recently, Australia announced that it will join. Several European countries are also expressed their intention to join this bank, which is not palatable for United States of America. Now, World Bank is dominating the operations of various countries across the world. United States of America is not able to digest the decision of several European countries as well as Australia to join AIIB. And other point I would like to tell you, new development bank as proposed by BRICS countries will be established with headquarters at Shanghai. Please don't forget, NDP headquarters will be Shanghai and AIIB will be headquartered in Beijing. Friends, move on to the next question. Vivo BWF Sudhirman Cup. Vivo BWF Sudhirman Cup. What is BWF? Badminton World Federation. BWF is Badminton World Federation. Where are its headquarters? Badminton World Federation is headquartered in Kuala Lumpur in Malaysia. Badminton World Federation is headquartered in Kuala Lumpur in Malaysia, and Dick Sudhirman was the famous badminton player of Indonesia, and in his name this tournament was established, Vivo BWF Sudirman Cup. This is for badminton. It is held once in 2 years. It is the mixed badminton tournament for men's and women's. So far 13 tournaments were held. China won 9 times, Korea won 3 times, and Indonesia won 1 time. So this tournament in the year 2015 is going to be held in China. So this BWF Sudirman Cup is basically badminton, that is for mixed men's and women's tournament. And please do not forget, Thomas Cup is for men's badminton, Uber Cup is for women's badminton. Thomas Cup is for men's badminton, Uber Cup is for women's badminton, but this Sudirman Cup is for both men's and women's together. Please look into the next one. Which of the following celebrated author participated in Swachh Bharath Campaign in Assam? Indian author of British descent, born in India, but he is from British originally, his parents. He is a famous author Ruskin Bond, who was awarded Sahitya Akademi Award, Padma Bhushan Award. So Ruskin Bond recently participated in Swachh Bharath Campaign in Assam. He is the famous author. Friends, next question. Fadi Chehade. Fadi Chehade, who visited India recently, is the CEO of ICANN. ICANN basically looks into the allotment of IP addresses or unique IP address to each and every internet connection. To each and every internet connection, this IP address and other aspects related to internet is looked after by ICANN, headquartered in California in United States of America, and its CEO Fadi Chehade recently visited India. Friends, next question. Recently, Supreme Court expressed its unhappiness with the Uttar Pradesh government in the utilization of funds with regard to the implementation of compensatory afforestation at the trapezium zone. Uttar Pradesh government is supposed to take up some compensatory afforestation near Taj Mahal in Agra, but Supreme Court expressed its unhappiness as the project of afforestation is not going on satisfactorily, and answer for this question is, name the city which we are talking about. The city is Agra, where the famous Taj Mahal is situated. Friends, next question. As per the SEBI instructions issued last year, at least one female director, at least one woman director should be on the board of every listed firm. The deadline for implementing this, as per the Securities and Exchange Board of India's instructions which were issued last year, there should be at least one female director or woman director in the board of every listed firm, and this is to be implemented by April 1, 2015. The target given is April 1, 2015, and all the listed firms have to follow this, otherwise there is a huge penalty as per the norms which can be imposed by SEBI. Friends, RBI gave a directive to implement a penalty which would be proportionate to the shortfall in minimum balance when the account holder is not able to maintain minimum balance. I will explain this. Let us assume you have a bank account with the State Bank of India. If the minimum balance prescribed is 1000 rupees, if your minimum balance falls down to below 1000, previously they used it to impose a standard penalty of maybe 100 rupees or 200 rupees as per the norms. But as per the recent instructions given by RBI, if your minimum balance requirement is rupees 1000, If your balance goes down to 900 rupees, penalty is to be imposed for that 100 shortfall only, not for that entire amount. Previously, flat rate used to be imposed, but now from April 1 onwards, as per the RBI instructions, penalty is to be imposed, taking into consideration the shortfall. If the shortfall is 100, impose penalty for that 100 only. If the shortfall is 200, impose penalty for the 200 only. So these are the latest instructions given by RBI, and these instructions are required to be implemented from April 1, 2015. Please don't forget. Next question. National Green Tribunal awarded compensation of rupees 95.19 crore to 1630 fishermen families who lost their livelihood because of various projects. Probably this is the biggest ever award given by National Green Tribunal. National Green Tribunal was established in the year 2010 with Swatantra Kumar is the chairperson now, and now National Green Tribunal gave a award which is 95 crores, more than 95 crores, to be given to 1630 fishermen families in Raigad district of Maharashtra. Why this compensation is given? This was awarded because 3 companies, ONGC, SIDCO and Jawaharlal Nehru Port Trust, because of their activities in the area where fishermen are living, natural ecosystem was got damaged. Mangrove forests were got damaged. That's why the natural habitat for fish, natural ecosystem for fish got damaged. That's why the fishermen lost their livelihood. National Green Tribunal, that's why gave award of 95 crore rupees to be given to the fishermen families who were affected because of the destruction of environment. Remember, the answer here is Maharashtra, Raigad district of Maharashtra. Please look into the next one. During 2015-16, Government of India proposes to mop up rupees dash through the disinvestment of PSUs and strategic sale of shares. Due to the disinvestment of PSUs and strategic sale of shares, the target for this year is, as announced in the budget, rupees 69,500 crores, out of which 41,000 is through disinvestment. What is disinvestment? Disinvestment is basically reducing the government's share in public sector enterprises, but it should not fall below 51%. Please remember, it should be above 51%, reducing the share but not falling below 51%. That means government should have the control of the organization. Government should be the owner of the organization. Disinvestment is reducing the government's share but not below 51%. Government intends to get 41,000 crore through disinvestment and 28,500 crore through strategic sale of shares. What is the strategic sale of shares? Strategic sale of shares is nothing but selling the loss-making PSUs. Loss-making PSUs. Example, HMT, ITI, Hindustan Cables, Hindustan Photo Films. These are the government public sector undertakings where government is in loss. Strategic sale of these shares, strategic sale of these enterprises, government wants to mop up 28,500 crores. So 41,000 crores, 28,500 crores together makes 69,500 crores. So the total target for government is 69,500 crores. Please remember, disinvestment is 41,000 crores, strategic sale of assets is 28,500 crores. Put together it makes 69,500 crores. Friends, move on to the next question. The book Greater Than Broadman, Greater Than Broadman was recently written by Rudolph Lambert Fernandez? This is based on the cricketing career of Sachin Tendulkar. The answer here is Sachin Tendulkar. Look into the next one. Deepak Khaitan passed away recently. He is the famous industrialist. You heard about Eveready Industries, Kilburn Engineering, Williamson Magar, tea estates. So Deepak Khaitan, famous industrialist, recently passed away. Look into the next one. In the Union Budget 2015-16, the amount allocated for bank recapitalization is under the capital adequacy ratio. As per the Basel III norms, public sector banks as well as private sector banks, they are required to maintain capital adequacy ratio. If they are increasing their loans, their capital also needs to be increased. So as to take care of capital, Government of India in its budget speech kept rupees 7,940 crore for recapitalization of banks during the year 2015-16. Rupees 7,940 crore, which is much less in comparison to the actual requirement of capital adequacy in public sector banks. Right friends, next one. The European Central Bank started its monetary stimulus program, which involves bond buying over a period of 18 months. The total value of the stimulus program is 1.1 trillion euro. Bond buying program is nothing new. Previously, Federal Reserve, American Central Bank has done it till last year. Now European Central Bank started. Bank of Japan is also doing the same thing. What is this monetary stimulus? Monetary stimulus is nothing but in the developed countries, so as to give impetus to economy by buying the bonds. By buying the bonds, liquidity will be pushed into the system. Liquidity will be pushed into the system by buying the bonds. That is known as monetary stimulus. Because of that, demand will be created. Because of that, growth will be there. Because of that, unemployment will come down. So these things happen because of monetary stimulus. So recently, European Central Bank started its monetary stimulus program of 1.1 trillion euro or 1100 billion euro during the next 18 months. Friends, move on to the next one. Jaitapur Nuclear Power Plant with 9,900 megawatt will be one of the largest power generating stations in the world on completion. 9,900 megawatt. On completion, it is going to be one of the largest power generating stations in the world, and this is the joint venture between Nuclear Power Corporation of India and Areva. Areva belongs to France. That means if someone asks you, Jaitapur power plant, nuclear power plant is the joint venture between India and France. Please don't forget, Jaitapur is the joint venture between India and France. Look into the last question of this week. Name the firm which became the world's #1 for international patent applications in 2014. Patent applications, that means they invented something. If I apply for patent, that means I found some new product. I designed some innovative product. That means I will have the right over that product because I have invented it. Normally, United States firms use it to apply for more patents, but this Chinese firm became #1 in the total patent applications for 2014. That shows the rise of China. Right friends, the answer for this question is Huawei Technologies China. I hope you enjoyed this question and answer session. Have a nice day. Thank you.